What's going on YouTube? It's Doug. Welcome back to Reshoevn8r. We are back with another cleaning video. Today we are cleaning up these Epic React Nike running shoes. So they're pretty toasted. Looks like they could have been run through the mud, through a rainstorm, something like that. But we're gonna get them all cleaned up today, fresh back to that white, I hope. All right, for today's cleaning, we're gonna be using our advanced sneaker laundry system. So everything I'll use in today's cleaning can be found on Reshoevn8r.com. Go ahead and check the link in the description below for the way to purchase that. I am gonna go ahead, I think, and clean this right shoe. So I'm gonna toss this one aside and we'll go ahead and get started by removing the laces. All right, so I'll set those aside for later because we will clean them up, and I'm gonna go ahead and toss in the adjustable Reshoevn8r shoe tree. And there we go. All right, that looks like the right size. So what that shoe tree is gonna allow us to do is really to put a lot of pressure on that toe box as we're scrubbing and get it clean, and it holds the form of the shoe really well for when we put it in the wash. So I'm actually gonna get a start on this one by doing a dry brushing with our soft brush and maybe a medium bristle brush down here on the midsole, just to knock this stuff loose before I get it wet. That didn't really do much because this dirt is really caked on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing wet and start sudsing it up. So we're gonna start by adding some solution to our water. 2 little squirts will do. And then we'll agitate that with a brush just a little bit before we get too deep into it. But next thing to do is just go after it. All right guys, I'm already super impressed with the amount of dirt that this has lifted off right away. You saw the dry brush attempt and it did really nothing. So I'm gonna just dry this off a little bit and show you some of that difference just on one brief little coat. So before I continue on this Flyknit upper, I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this dirt off the bottom because I know it's gonna get muddy when I get it wet. And it's funny, we wear these shoes around the office for a little while to really break them in and get them dirty. And I can tell that Vic was the one wearing this shoe because we've got some of his masking tape stuck to the outsole. It's perfect. All right, but to do that for the midsole, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the stiff bristle brush. Okay, so you can see I've already knocked off quite a bit of mud and grime off of those midsoles. I really wanted to do that to keep the knit clean because I knew it was gonna get muddy. One thing I also wanted to say is when you're using a medium bristle brush or a stiff brush on rubber, especially on a knit shoe, you wanna be really careful as that rubber meets the knit just so you don't snag or take anything. So definitely a major consideration. But I'm gonna go ahead and save the uppers for last on this shoe, and I'm just gonna go ahead and attack the outsole and the midsole and get those as clean as I can now. All right, now that I got the midsole and the outsole really well cleaned up here, I'm gonna go ahead and move back to the uppers. And for now, I'm just gonna go right back to the soft bristle brush. I might not even touch the medium brush on this shoe just because we saw earlier already how well this fabric cleans up. So here we go. All right guys, we're pretty much finished with the pre-treatment on this shoe. I am super stoked on how it turned out. I myself love white shoes, so I love watching a dirty white shoe get clean again. There are a few areas of this shoe that I think are gonna be a concern even after the laundry. You guys saw that masking tape from Vic. We've just got some of that glue residue that's really having a hard time coming off. I couldn't pick it off even with my fingernails. And that's just something about the softness of this foam on the bottom of this shoe. I have not worn this shoe myself. It might surprise you to learn that I'm not a big runner, but I have had some of the React soles. Like I've got the 270 Air Max, and they're super comfortable, but the softness of this foam just guarantees that if you get stuff really deep into it, you're not gonna be able to get it out. So we're gonna bring back that lace that I just put aside earlier, and I'm gonna just bunch it up into a little bundle and dip it here into our cleaning bowl with the solution. As I'm doing that, I just swish it around trying to get it as wet and saturated as possible with that cleaning solution. And then you'll take it. Quinn likes to use a soft brush on this. I think it's just fine to rub it between your hands. Get it all in there nice and good. You're just really trying to loosen up the dirt. Do it one more time for good measure. And then we'll go ahead and toss those inside the shoe before we stick them in the laundry. All right, so the next step is we're gonna go ahead and toss this shoe into the Reshoevn8r Sneaker Laundry Bag. Don't forget, leave that shoe tree in the shoe. It's waterproof, it's gonna help you hold that shape. All right, and with our drawstrings, we're just gonna go ahead and lock those tight. And I'm gonna pull a Johnny Bubbles move and try to wrap this around and tie it. If I can find my fingers. And with that, we're ready to stick these guys in the wash. Let's go. All right, we're in the laundry room. We got the sneakers in the laundry bag. We're gonna go ahead and stick them in the wash. First thing we're gonna do is squeeze 1 ounce of sneaker laundry detergent into the top of the bottle. We're gonna pour it here into the tray. We're gonna drop the shoe in. All right, you're always gonna wash your shoes on a regular cycle with cold water. I like to do an extra soak if the shoes are particularly dirty, but this one's gonna be just a regular cycle. All right, y'all, before we wrap up this cleaning video and pull those Reacts out of the washer, I wanna ask you a favor. Why don't you head over to Instagram and give us a follow. Over there, you're gonna hear about new product releases before anybody else. We do some exclusive giveaways, and you're gonna find all sorts of content that you won't find anywhere else. Thanks a lot. Well, we're back, guys. The shoes just came out of the laundry, and I tell you what, they look fantastic. Some of those areas that I was telling you about earlier, like the glue here on the out, or the midsole rather, is still prominent, but really, when you look at these shoes from that before and after, you've got pretty much a brand new shoe. So, besides the normal wear and tear that you're gonna do on a running shoe, guys, Reshoevn8r is gonna get these things back to clean every single time. So, really, really stoked on the results here. Let us know what you think down in the comments. One more thing before we go, guys, I want to talk about some collaborations that we've done lately and ask you guys a question. So we just launched our G4 golf shoe cleaning kit. It's available on Reshoevn8r.com. There's some really interesting customizations there. A while back, we did a laundry kit with Freehand Profit, who's an artist that specializes in custom sneaker artwork and installations. His stuff is sick, you gotta go check it out. But why don't you go in the comments below and tag a brand that you think that we should collaborate with in the future. Thanks, guys, we're out. Thank you.